Washington just closed a year-long trade case against Brazil. One finding was about rules aimed at American tech companies. Same stretch, the biggest name in American AI is getting squeezed from 3 directions at once. Here's what the tariff does, what it doesn't, and why the AI side lands harder on your wallet. Start with the tariff, because the headline oversells it. 25% hits most Brazilian goods starting July 22nd. What it does: machinery, auto parts, chemicals, tools, footwear, plywood and engineered wood, ethanol, roughly 4,000 product lines still exposed. If you buy parts, that's your aisle. What it doesn't do: touch your grocery run. Coffee, beef, orange juice, energy, aircraft parts, cocoa, iron ore, carved out. More than 1,600 exemptions. Steel, aluminum, and copper sit outside it too, because they're already taxed under a different program. That design is deliberate. Last year's 50% version hit coffee and beef, fed straight into grocery prices, and the blowback was immediate. This one spares the checkout line and squeezes the factory floor instead. One catch: these duties stack on top of existing rates. A separate forced labor case could pile on another 12.5%. So Washington is going to the mat defending American tech abroad. Meanwhile, the sector's biggest name is under real pressure at home. And yes, Apple's suing OpenAI over hardware secrets. Allegations, unproven, no ruling. That's the loud one. It isn't the important one. First of, the loan nobody's talking about. SoftBank borrowed $40 billion to fund its OpenAI position. That bridge comes due March 2027. The plan was simple. OpenAI goes public, SoftBank sells shares, loan gets paid. Then the IPO slipped to 2027, not because the window slammed shut, but because Altman refuses to price below $1 trillion. Now the debt and the exit land in the same narrow window. SoftBank tried raising $6 billion against its OpenAI stake to bridge the gap. Lenders balked. You can't price a private company when there's no public market to check it against. Second, the contagion. OpenAI itself isn't broke. Reportedly around $70 billion in cash, and by its draft filing, no debt. The pressure sits off the books. Roughly $600 billion in future commitments for chips, energy, and data centers. That weight lands on everyone standing near it. S&P cut Oracle to one notch above junk. OpenAI is about half of Oracle's $638 billion backlog. Microsoft says 45% of its commercial backlog traces to the same customer. Third, won the rulebook. Google DeepMind's CEO called for a frontier AI standards body, a FINRA-style referee, 30-day reviews before frontier models ship. Easy to read that as a wall built to slow OpenAI down. Except OpenAI's own CEO pitched a version of the same idea in the Financial Times days earlier. They're not dodging the referee, they're asking for one. So what does it mean for you? The tariff is narrow, and somebody sat down and drew that line on purpose. Coffee's safe, your tools might not be. The AI story has no line. If you hold a total market index fund, Oracle, Microsoft, and NVIDIA are already in your account, increasingly priced off one private company's spending plans. Nobody carved you out of that one. None of it's advice. Just the map. If this beat chasing 12 headlines, a like helps, and subscribing means the next breakdown finds you.